Today I'm reviewing A Cars, one of the UK's better-known platforms for buying and selling used cars. The site is directly associated with the A brand, which gives it some credibility, but as always, I'm diving deep to see if that reputation is actually backed by a solid user experience. When you first land on the site, you're greeted by a simple interface. There's a clear search function at the top that lets you filter cars by make, model, price, and location. It feels intuitive, but the load time on some searches is noticeably slow, especially on mobile. The overall design is quite minimal, which can be a positive, but it also means some key features are tucked away in submenus that aren't obvious to new users. One of the most marketed features on A Cars is the A Approved Dealer badge. This is supposed to mean a dealer has passed certain quality checks. While this sounds promising, during my research, I found several user complaints online about approved dealers not meeting expectations. So while the badge is a good starting point, I wouldn't rely on it as a guarantee. Always do your own checks. The site also offers free vehicle history reports on many listings, which is a real plus. These reports show MOT history, mileage, and write-off status. However, not every listing includes one, which can be frustrating. It would be great if this were mandatory for all cars posted. There's a finance calculator built into the platform, which is handy if you're looking to understand potential payments. Unfortunately, it doesn't pull in real-time finance rates from lenders, so it's only useful for estimates. You'll still need to apply separately or go through the dealer. Many useful links you can find in the description. A Cars allows users to contact dealers directly through the site, but I experienced some delays in responses. This isn't necessarily the platform's fault, but it does affect the overall user experience. A better integration with dealer systems would really improve this. Selling a car is straightforward though. You create a listing by entering the reg number and adding details. They do push users towards selling to dealers rather than private buyers, which may not give you the best price. But it's convenient and fast, so it's a decent trade-off if you're looking for a quick sale. One thing that stood out was the lack of mobile app support. Everything runs through the mobile browser, which works but isn't ideal. A native app would make it easier to manage listings, search vehicles, and communicate with dealers on the go. There's also no integrated review system for individual listings. You can't see what others thought about a specific car or dealer directly on the listing page unless it's an A-approved dealer with ratings, which are very limited. More transparency here would be a huge improvement. The biggest strength of A Cars is its branding and trust association with the AA. It does offer some buyer confidence, especially for first-time users. But once you start using the site more deeply, you realize that it's not that different from other platforms, and in some areas, it actually falls short, especially in speed, app functionality, and depth of buyer protections. If you're thinking of using A Cars, it's definitely worth exploring, but go in with realistic expectations. Use it to compare deals and check vehicle history, but don't rely solely on their approval systems. Combine it with your own due diligence. Thanks for watching this in-depth review of A Cars. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more honest reviews and walkthroughs of online platforms.